ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the President, Yale University, the Commanding Officer, Yale University Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps, and Commander, Yale University Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps, welcome to the annual President's Review. We specifically acknowledge and thank representatives in attendance from Fairfield University, Quinnipiac University, Sacred Heart University, Southern Connecticut State University, Western Connecticut State University, and the University of New Haven. To you, and to all distinguished guests, families, and friends, welcome. Today's music is being provided by the Navy Band Northeast Trident Brass Quintet from Naval Station Newport, Rhode Island. Today's review is being conducted by the Midshipmen and Cadets of the Yale University ROTC. Present-day review have their basis in both history and tradition. The mass formation of troops on one long line at close interval made possible the massing of firepower from muzzle-loaded muskets of yesterday. In those early days, the line of battle was just that, a line of 2 or 3 ranks, and looked much like the parade formation you will see today. The adjutant forms the line for battle. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the official party. Yale University Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps, Unit Detachment 009, arriving. Yale University Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps Unit, arriving. Yale University, arriving. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the posting of the colors, the national anthem, and the invocation. Chaplain Sharon Kugler, Yale University chaplain, will now give the invocation.
I invite you to join me in the spirit of prayer. Almighty God, source of all truth, here we stand, humbled by the breadth of service, both past and present, in our midst. We stand proud of what has been made possible because we have committed ourselves to making our world a better place through our willing spirits, able bodies, and courageous hearts. Although today is a celebration, and rightly so, we remember those who have given their lives in service to their country, and we hold close those who are currently deployed and ask that your gentle hand protect them and guide them safely home. Now may our hearts move from gratitude to inspiration as your divine spirit empowers us with a renewed vision and purpose. Let us begin this review lifted by splendor, ignited by camaraderie, together in our many voices, strengths, and faiths, and as your loving people, we say, Amen.
Please be seated. The Pass in Review has several purposes. First, it serves to honor and thank the leadership of the universities that host and support our units. This event also serves as an opportunity to publicly recognize the achievements of the midshipmen and cadets you see here today, who have distinguished themselves during the academic year. Ladies and gentlemen, Commander, Yale University, Naval ROTC, Captain Withrow.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Captain May. Good morning and welcome to our first in-person President's Review and the first military pass-in review since April of 2019. It's hard to believe it's been that long. Colonel George Granholm of Air Force ROTC and I are proud to recognize our cadets and midshipmen for distinguished performance, to recognize our graduating class of 2022, who will be commissioning in just a few short weeks, and to thank the many family and friends of ROTC. I'm also excited that for the first time in several years, those Yaleys who are part of the Army ROTC program at the University of New Haven are able to join us today. Before I introduce our host, I want to make some I want to recognize some key players in today's ceremony. First off, we have Midshipman Second Class Aaron Koo, the midshipman officer in charge, responsible for planning this grand event, and assisting from the Air Force side, Cadet Fourth Class Shannon Palm. My Executive Officer, Commander Scott Ryan, First Sergeant Roberto Portel, Master Trainer and Enforcer of Military Drill and Customs. Let me say again, Enforcer. Tech Sergeant Patricia Lozano, Master Sergeant Shaniqua Hunt, Miss Liz Viludaki, Master Administrator, Coordinator, Ghost Email Writer, etc., 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 etc. Also, Trisha Neely, Ed Walters, Carlos Pinella of PWG, who has been instrumental also in setting us up. Thank you for meeting with us so many times as we ventured over here to set this ceremony up. You've all been incredibly helpful. Petty Officer Second Class Michael Miragliata and the Navy Band Quintet, thank you for joining us. Captain May, our masterful MC, who will keep this show moving on or ahead of schedule. Those who provide never-ending support to ROTC, for the sake of time, I do see Captain May. I can see you from here looking at your watch. I'll name but a few, recognizing those unnamed are just as important as those I do name. ROTC representatives from our partner schools, Professor Gary Rose of Sacred Heart University, welcome. Jason Burke, Director of Veterans and Military Affairs for Quinnipiac University, President Joe Bertolino of Southern Connecticut State University, and of course, Captain Farabee of the University of New Haven Army ROTC program. From Yale faculty and staff, we have President Salave, President, Secretary, Vice President Goff Cruz, Dean Chun, Dean Levesque, Chaplain Kugler, YVA President Adrian Bonenberger, YVA President Sean Flynn, also those representing our awarding organizations who invest time and resources every year undertaking the important responsibility of recognizing our students. Last but certainly most important, the family and friends of support network for our ROTC students. Colonel Granholm and I thank you. We are proud of our students and equally proud and appreciative of their supporting cast. So let's give a big round of applause for all of those. So please relax, enjoy the show, and take plenty of photographs. At this time, it is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our host, President Peter Salovey of Yale University. President Salave has a long and distinguished career at Yale. He is the 23rd president of Yale University and the Chris Argyris Professor of Psychology, well known for his work on human behavior, human emotion, and health behavior, especially his work co-developing the world-renowned framework called emotional intelligence. Additionally, he is an uplifting and sincere leader who always inspires and encourages everyone around him, whether they're faculty, staff, students. He inspires us to work together in strengthening our Yale campus, our community, and our world through service to others. And these fine midshipmen and cadets that you see standing before you, all of whom, upon graduation, will take a solemn oath of service to a higher calling to their nation, have benefited from President Salovey's caring, compassionate, and resolute leadership. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm round of applause welcoming our host, President Peter Salovey.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you, Captain Withrow, for the kind introduction and for your service as Commanding Officer of Yale's Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps Unit. I'd also like to recognize and thank Colonel Granholm for his leadership of Yale's Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps Unit, as well as Captain Farabee of the Army Reserve Officer Training Corps at the University of New Haven. So now more than ever, we appreciate your distinguished military careers, your commitment to advancing stability in the world through service. To all the parents and loved ones, active duty military members, veterans who are here with us today, I extend a warm greeting on behalf of my colleagues across the university. And I wish to welcome cadets, liaisons, and leaders from the University of New Haven, Southern Connecticut State University, Quinnipiac University, and Sacred Heart University. We've all anticipated the day when public health conditions would allow us to gather again for special ceremonies like this one. And I'm so pleased that that day has come. I'm pleased that for the first time since 2019, we can honor the hard work and dedication, your hard work, your dedication of our ROTC students here in person. Our ability to celebrate today brings an extra measure of enthusiasm to a milestone day. The sense of service we mark on this historic occasion dates to the founding of our institution and to the Republic. Let me give you a few examples. In 1701, Yale became the first American university to inscribe service to society explicitly in its founding documents. Scores of Yaleys have served with distinction in every major conflict since the Revolutionary War. Yale Air Force ROTC was one of the original 77 senior Air ROTC units established by an order that General Eisenhower signed. And Yale was also among the initial group of universities to establish an ROTC program more than a century ago. Army ROTC in 1917, followed by Naval ROTC in 1926, and Air Force ROTC in 1946. At the time, Major General Robert M. Danford predicted the program would become one of the many priceless heritages of future generations at Yale. And as I look out in this amphitheater, I see that he was right. The 42 Air Force cadets, the 31 midshipmen, and the 2 Army cadets currently participating in Yale's ROTC program are carrying forward the proud legacy of those before them. This includes the valor of nearly 30,000 Yalees who served in the First and Second World Wars, Korea, and Vietnam. And the spirit of sacrifice that links these military men and women is a hallmark of the spirit of Yale itself. It is the desire to serve, to look beyond self-interest. It is the desire to contribute to the common good. And it is, in short, the desire to improve the world today and for future generations. Indeed, that is the call of the opening sentence of our mission statement. And this is the call the class of 2022 has answered. Your decision to serve our country in the armed forces is especially critical during this period of turbulence. We can see today the increasing presence of the spirit of division around the globe. Yet today, as we salute your accomplishments, we can also feel the thriving spirit of the presence and opportunity, the presence of the opportunity for service. It's a spirit forged over centuries. Indeed, the fabric of our nation is woven by the individuals who have defended it for nearly 250 years. Their resilience, their wisdom helped build a nation, and their strength helped bind it together during difficult times. Their courage helped save a world torn apart by war twice. Their determination has protected millions from a life of oppression and hardship. Their compassion has brought food, clothing, shelter, and medicine to those who need it most. And their unselfish motives in the face of adversity brought hope to those who were suffering. Throughout your time at Yale, I have seen the same sense of optimism, courage, and selflessness in you. And I know the class of 2022 will manage to make us even more proud in the years ahead. So now, I'd like to congratulate all our soon-to-be graduates and express my appreciation to all our midshipmen and cadets for their dedication to service and their many contributions to Yale. You will soon be second lieutenants and ensigns, serving as America's ambassadors around the world. You will face challenges and opportunities in a rapidly changing global climate with incredible technological advances that both connect people across national and cultural borders, but also pose unpredictable security risks. You will experience shifts in political and environmental landscapes. Yet, regardless of what trials you may face, I am confident that you, like the generations of Yalees who contributed to this country before you, will lead and serve the greater good. We are so proud of what you have accomplished here. We eagerly look forward to all that you will achieve in the future as you build on Yale's tradition of loyal service to community and to country. I want to thank everyone for joining us today, and I hope you, cadets and midshipmen, will accept my most heartfelt and proud congratulations. Thank you very much.
We will now begin with the presentation of awards. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Award is presented by Mr. Dominic Cortese, Veterans of Foreign Wars Commander for the state of Connecticut. This award recognizes one midshipman and one cadet in each unit who demonstrates a positive attitude towards ROTC, outstanding professional attributes, and officer potential. This year's Naval ROTC recipient is Midshipman Courtney Johnson, and Air Force ROTC recipient is Cadet Presley Hill. The General Society of the War of 1812 Award is presented by Mr. Lee Tryon, Secretary of the Society of the War of 1812 for the state of Connecticut. This award is given to one midshipman and one cadet who represent the cherishing, maintenance, and extension of the institutions of American freedom and foster true patriotism and love of country. This year's Naval ROTC recipient is Midshipman Victoria Imhoff, and Air Force ROTC recipient is Cadet Brendan Estacio. The Yale Veterans Association True to Her Traditions Award is presented by Mr. Adrian Bonenberger, Yale University College, 2002, and Mr. Joshua Ray, Yale College, 2013. The mission of Yale University is to educate leaders. Additionally, Yale University has a long and glorious tradition of service in defense of our country. The Yale Veterans Association is very pleased to present its annual True to Her Traditions Leadership Award to honor and commemorate these ideals to the midshipmen and cadet who have demonstrated a strong commitment to them over the past year. This year's Naval ROTC recipient is Midshipman Joseph Murphy, and Air Force ROTC recipient is Cadet Brian Regan. The Yale Veterans Network Annual ROTC Award is presented by Ms. Tamika Hollis, co-chair of the Yale Veterans Network. In the spirit of the Yale Veterans Network's charge to connect veterans on campus, this award is given annually to an ROTC midshipman and cadet who have demonstrated commitment to the Yale University ROTC programs through outstanding leadership, discipline, character, citizenship, and academic achievement. This year's Naval ROTC recipient is Midshipman Olivia Plant, and Air Force ROTC recipient is Cadet Dominic DeFazio. The Order of the Purple Heart National Leadership Award is presented by Major Daniel Ettinger, Commander of the Military Order of the Purple Heart for the state of Connecticut. This award recognizes the demonstrated leadership ability of a midshipman and cadet enrolled in a university ROTC program. This year's Naval ROTC recipient is Midshipman Catherine Yang, and Air Force ROTC recipient is Cadet Catherine Yeager. The Rear Admiral Frederick B. Warder Award for Outstanding Achievement will be presented by Captain Vernon Parks, United States Navy, retired. The Rear Admiral Frederick B. Warder Award for Outstanding Achievement, established in 1986, recognizes graduating NROTC seniors approved for entry into the Navy's nuclear propulsion program as submarine officers. The awardee has demonstrated superior, sustained performance in a difficult and challenging academic and operational environment, and as a result has earned the commanding officer's nomination for this distinctive award. This year's recipient is Midshipman Cynthia Fromette. The Corporal Langdon Laws Ricketts Award is presented by Mr. Adrian Bonenberger. Corporal Ricketts graduated from Yale College in 1916 and was killed in action during World War I at Mont Blanc in 1918. A decorated Marine who was a recipient of the Croix de Guerre, all accounts maintain that Corporal Ricketts had a knack for maintaining his wits in the face of chaos. Importantly, he was an enlisted man, a non-commissioned officer. NCOs are the backbone of the Marine Corps. More than any other service, the Marines place special trust and confidence in the abilities of their junior-most enlisted leadership. It is this sort of Marine that the recipient of the Corporal Langdon Laws Ricketts Award will be called upon to lead shortly after their graduation from Yale College. This year's recipient is Midshipman Aaron Koo. The Hiram Bingham III Award is presented by Colonel Granholm, Commander, Yale Air Force ROTC. In honor of the esteemed Yale University academic, explorer, and politician Hiram Bingham III, this award is presented to urge its awardee to always fight for truth, justice, and mercy, and to serve as a reminder to them to fear nothing except to do wrong. This award is given to the senior cadet who exhibits the highest level of integrity and American citizenship. This year's award recipient is Cadet Julia Sanderson. The Robert N. Tharp Award is presented by Mr. Kevin Gunther, United States Air Force, retired. Robert N. Tharp was an esteemed teacher and mentor to generations of U.S. Air Force language specialists. This award is presented to a Yale University Air Force ROTC cadet for excellence in academic achievement and for inspiring others toward global cultural awareness. This year's award winner is Cadet Grace Zerba. The Yale Veterans Association Class of 1966 Sword is presented by Mr. Fred Nagel, Yale College, 1966, Chairman Emeritus, Yale Veterans Association. This sword is awarded to Midshipman Dan Nguyen, an individual Naval ROTC student who possesses a demonstrated leadership ability and who has earned the respect of Yale classmates inside and outside of the NROTC program. Through his efforts, he has materially contributed to bridging the civilian-military divide and, by exerting leadership in both spheres, has enhanced the prestige of the NROTC program on campus and reinforced the Yale tradition of engaging in service to society as a desirable life objective. The Admiral David S. Ingalls Leadership Award is presented by Mr. Redmond S. Ingalls, Yale College, 1998. The Admiral David S. Ingalls Award is presented to a senior Yale Naval ROTC student who shows uncommon ability and leadership potential. David S. Ingalls, Yale College, was the Navy's first ace with 5 confirmed kills in World War I. He later served as Assistant Secretary of the Navy for Aeronautics, where he tripled the number of Navy aircraft while advocating for a fully deployable carrier task force. At Yale, he twice captained the men's hockey team. This year's recipient is Midshipman Sidney Manzileski. The Yale Veterans ROTC Fund Award is presented by Mr. Peter Salovey, President, Yale College. This award is given to a Yale senior in the Army, Air Force, and Naval ROTC units who is in good standing in their unit with excellent academic and military performance records. This year's Navy recipient is Midshipman Andrew Song, who is not in attendance due to his Naval Reactors technical interview. The Air Force recipient is Cadet Ann Northrup, and Army recipient is Cadet Greg Jaswinski. This concludes the individual award presentations. Please join me in giving a round of applause to our midshipmen and cadets who are undertaking extra academic coursework, undergoing physical training, participating in numerous community events, and willingly have pledged to serve their country upon graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now recognize the class of 2022. Please hold your applause until everyone has been recognized. Midshipman Cynthia Fermet from Glastonbury, Connecticut of Berkeley College. First assignment, Naval Nuclear Power School, Charleston, South Carolina. Midshipman Sidney Manzileski from Brentwood, Tennessee of Silliman College. First assignment, USS Pinckney, San Diego, California. Midshipman Olivia Plant from Baltimore, Maryland of Timothy Dwight College. First assignment, Naval Flight Training, Pensacola, Florida. Midshipman Andrew Song from Palo Alto, California of Pearson College. First assignment, Naval Nuclear Power School, Charleston, South Carolina. Midshipman Malin Sorensen from New York, New York of Davenport College. First assignment, Naval Flight Training, Pensacola, Florida. Midshipman Caroline Thomason from Clayton, Missouri of Morris College. First assignment, Naval Flight Training, Pensacola, Florida. Cadet Miramar Callisto from Los Angeles, California of Morris College. First assignment, Intelligence Officer, Goodfellow Air Force Base, Texas. Cadet Maria Cannon from Jacksonville, Florida of Davenport College. First assignment, Combat Systems Officer, Pensacola, Florida. Cadet Dominic DeFazio from Brussels, Belgium of Davenport College. First assignment, Pilot Trainee, Shepherd Air Force Base, Texas. Cadet David Gallagher from Los Altos, California of Ezra Stiles College. First assignment, Acquisitions Officer, Hanscom Air Force Base, Massachusetts. Cadet Emily Heller from Whitesboro, New York of the University of New Haven. First assignment, Intelligence Officer, Goodfellow Air Force Base, Texas. Cadet Andrew Kosanovich from Temple City, California of Saybrook College. First assignment, Pilot Trainee, Vance Air Force Base, Oklahoma. Cadet Carson Masick from Clifton, Texas of Saybrook College. First assignment, Intelligence Officer, Goodfellow Air Force Base, Texas. Cadet Michael Mohammed from New York, New York of the University of New Haven. First assignment, Undergraduate Air Battle Manager Training, Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida. Cadet Elizabeth Nasser from Boise, Idaho of Franklin College. First assignment, Intelligence Officer, Goodfellow Air Force Base, Texas. Cadet Ann Northrup from Prescott, Arizona of Jonathan Edwards College. First assignment, Pilot Trainee, Columbus, Mississippi. Cadet Shannon Palm from Guilford, Connecticut of Quinnipiac University School of Law. First assignment, Judge Advocate, Maxwell Air Force Base, Alabama. Cadet Molly Rogelstad from Westminster, Maryland of Silliman College. First assignment, Air Force Health Professions Scholar, Columbia University College of Dental Medicine, New York, New York. Cadet Julia Sanderson from Centerville, Virginia of Branford College. First assignment, Intelligence Officer, Goodfellow Air Force Base, Texas. Cadet Matthew Schneider from Raleigh, North Carolina of Pauli Murray College. First assignment, Pilot Trainee, Laughlin Air Force Base, Texas. Cadet Alexandra Shore from Washington, D.C. of Saybrook College. First assignment, Acquisitions Officer, Hanscom Air Force Base, Massachusetts. Cadet Rachel Blumenthal from Bayside, Wisconsin of Ezra Stiles College. First assignment, Explosive Ordnance Disposal Officer, Fort Lee, Virginia. Cadet Greg Jaslewski from Milford, Connecticut of Pauli Murray College. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for our graduating seniors. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the benediction and remain standing for the pass and review, service songs, and departure of the official party.
My sisters and brothers, let us go forth from this place in peace, with wisdom and understanding, with compassion and mercy, with courage and commitment. May we be blessed this day and every day by the shimmering light of our God, who creates, sustains, and embraces all life. Amen.
March to the command and review.
this concludes today's ceremony. We invite all presenters and award recipients to join us at Center Court to take photos. Thank you for attending, and please join us for refreshments in the lobby.